Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism. Yet. Space! I am the Heizmeister, and this is episode 11 of X4 Foundations. And the beautiful and elegant lines you see here belong to a certain type of ship that I have just acquired. This, my friends, is the Odysseus E. The E version stands for probably enhanced. I don't know. Yeah, I have finally done it. So many hours, increasing my reputation with the god realm of Paranit, and earning a few credits just to buy the, in my opinion, most versatile destroyer in the X-Universe. And look, it even has a little dock for our Spring Blossom, our Katana corvette. An M-sized dock, that is, and also has two S-sized docks. Yeah, there we are, in Paranit space, with our newest acquisition, a destroyer. We are finally entering the league of the big boys, with the big ships and the big guns. So, there we go. Now, as much as I would like to tell you something about the Paranit themselves, their culture, and their, well, extremely religious fervor, I cannot do so. Because, you see, while I was increasing my reputation with the Paranit, setting up mining ships, trade routes, and doing missions, something has happened. The machine menace, known as the Xenon, have not been idle, and as it stands now, the sector Hatikvar's choice is under siege. It is under siege by a combined group of a few Xenon corvettes and fighters, also 4 Xenon Type K destroyers. There's the third one, and here's the fourth, anywhere there. Naturally, this Xenon defense station near the highway, one of the main traveling lanes for incoming traffic, has turned this area into a true ship graveyard. As you can see here, many destroyed ships, ranging from, well, warships like a Paranit Odysseus, and an Albatross construction ship of the Ministry of Finance from the Teladi, and also, what pains me greatly, many merchants have perished here. They have succumbed to the Xenon menace, and I think this Tokyo carrier of the Terran Intervention Corps is next on the list of ships to fall. Anyway, so I have hatched a plan. We have now acquired our newest destroyer, and despite me not having peeled off the plastic cover of the consoles just yet, I'm immediately going to steer it into battle. In gameplay terms, what can you expect from the Paranit? Well, first and foremost, the thing you see here is their destroyer, which is, well, as I said before, one of the more balanced destroyers in the X-Universe. It combines very good firepower with reasonable hull strength and an average shielding. Of course, it does have 2 shield slots, but I'm assuming you install the best shields on this one, which are the Terran shields. And I'm always going to assume that you would install the most optimal equipment on your ships. Am I going to collide? No, apparently not. So, in terms of equipment, the Paranit do have engines that emphasize cruise speed over travel speed, and their engines are considered one of the faster ones in this X-Universe. They are certainly faster and more powerful than the Argon engines, and well, everything basically is faster than Terran and Teladi engines. So there's that. Also, Paranit weaponry emphasizes single shot damage and projectile speed and range over a single shot damage and range over rate of fire. This is most notable with their plasma cannons and their destroyers' main guns. These do a lot of damage with a single shot, but have a rather lengthy time to cycle the next shot, which means you'll have to be very precise when firing. Which also means that you can snipe off components of your enemy's ships. This is certainly possible with these weapons, especially with the very, very powerful Odysseus main gun.
Entering system, Holy Vision.
Right then. But I'm not going to equip these Paranit plasma cannons on this newly acquired destroyer. I'm going to equip Argon plasma cannons. They do not have that single shot damage and they don't have the high projectile speed, but they do have a sustained rate of fire that actually is, in terms of DPS, it is better than these Paranit plasma cannons. Yeah. Then again, if you were to equip fighter craft or corvettes with a medium-sized weapon system, you might come across the Paranit Mars Driver. This is
true sight.
How should I describe it? It is a sniper rifle for your spaceship.
The Reach.
The Reach. This is not where we want to go. No. Next stop. Terran space. By the way, now that we have undocked, I would like to present you the fully equipped, fully combat-ready Home of Light. This is what I've christened the ship. This is the Home of Light, an Odysseus-class destroyer. Named after a very famous sector in the X-Universe, which we unfortunately cannot visit now. You could do it in X-Rebirth and X3. Home of Light is most famous since it is the home of the TerraCorp headquarters is stationed there. In X3 this was a go-to destination for any new player to acquire some very useful equipment alongside a Singularity Time Accelerator engine and a jump drive. And also, I think, a trading software. Although being expensive, it lets you actually set up automated trading in the entire universe. So yeah, this is the Home of Light, our new Odysseus destroyer. Also, I have applied the Utopia paint mod, the one I got from the missions from the Segaris Trading Guild. Right, next stop, the Xenon Rod. We have reached...
Hatikva's choice.
Thanks, Betty. We have reached Hatikva's choice and are making best speed towards the Xenon...
platform.
Yes, Xenon defense platform. There it is. Now, I have a plan for how combat is going to develop. The Xenon defense platform is at 85%. The fleet, little task force made up of Argon and Paranit ships, have done their best to whittle down the defensive of this, but they have lost 2 destroyers in the process. The defense platform is actually kinda dangerous, but let's see. where is the I mean, where are those xenon Ks? They have to be somewhere around here. Where did they run off to? Oh, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Oh, hello. Yes, they have found a
Asgard.
Asgard. Let's show you this. I want this ship. At some point in our career, we will acquire this. This is about to be scrapped. Yeah, there we go. This is the strategy of the Xenon K. Staying above its target and mercilessly pound it with its graviton cannons. But the Asgard is a Terran battleship. And the first class of battleship here in X4 to be acquired and built by the player. The other battleship is the Xenon I. A dangerous foe indeed. Okay, we are opening fire. I have set up all our weapons. Target the lead Xenon ship. The nearest one. And we begin our hasty retreat from the battlefield at a leisurely pace of a little more than 30 meters per second. And here is the trick to this. I will try to stay at least more than 6 kilometers away from the nearest Xenon target, because while their graviton cannons are very powerful, they do have a limited range. The plasma cannons on our Odysseus destroyer, however, they have a little more range than these graviton cannons. So it is a... the task here is to stay away from those Xenon without taking too many hits, mind you, while kinda kiting them. Stay within the range of our plasma cannons and just outside the range of their capital ship guns. We have received a hit, as you can see. I'm burning a little bit of shield energy to get farther away from them. And we will set a course towards the nearest stations so that over the course of this battle the guns on the stations may aid us. Now I've disabled flight assist. We are now coasting on inertia. And this is what I'm going to use here, this strategy. Since the Odysseus is way faster than those Xenon Ks, I can coast on my inertia and bombard the Xenon K along the way. Maybe adjust our trajectory a bit using the Odysseus main engines.
Stop your attack immediately!
Oi! You bumped into me, you utter fool! It just takes one idiotic captain to mess up my plans. A immobile Xenon K is a perfect target for our Odysseus destroyer. Yes! Right. Okay, next engine. Come on, give me the engine. There we are. Open the map. This Xenon K is closing in. I have seen it. Damn it, we are in range. Damn it. I didn't pay attention. However, we have disabled the Xenon K's engines. Now it's just a matter of time until our plasma cannons destroy this one. Now I need to stay away when this reactor explodes. Because the shockwave from the explosion of a capital ship will not only damage fighter craft nearby, but also surface components of ships that aren't sufficiently shielded. Very nice. Let's activate our profit attractor, also known as the loot magnet. and gather all the spoils of war. Okay. Yeah, this is basically why I like the Odysseus, the Paranid destroyer, so much. It has the versatility of not only M but also S docks, but then again every destroyer here has at least one S docking space. And it has many slots for L-size turrets, and also those hard-hitting but slow-firing and very accurate main guns. Meaning I can take out surface elements on capital ships with my main guns, while the other AI-controlled plasma cannons do whatever they like. I see you there coming out of the sun. Well, not really, but you know what I mean. Oh, that reminds me, we haven't done the new ship ritual just yet. But now's not the time for that. Target the graviton turret, all weapons, open fire. And you see there the damage that one shot does to the Xenon K. Look at this. These graviton turrets are covered by, or protected by, 2 M-class shields. And yeah, this is just amazing. Though, to be said, the frontal weapons on other destroyers have a higher DPS rating than the Odysseus. It is not the best. It just has the best single shot damage, that's all. We have destroyed its firepower, at least on the frontal side. Let's charge in. All weapons, open fire, if you haven't done so already. Even our M-class plasma cannons, usually reserved for corvettes and frigates, will open up. Oh no, I'm too close, I'm too close. I got greedy. Damn it. Yeah, thanks, Betty. What has this done to our ship? Yeah, you see here, we haven't taken any hits, but our shields have taken a little bit of a hit there when the Xenon K's reactor went critical. Okay. There's the other one. Harassing traders. We have to get in there. Now, what happened to the valiant effort of the combined Argon and Paranid forces? It went up in smoke. The ship graveyard is only growing larger by the minute. Not if I erase you first. Target the graviton guns. There it is, menacingly hovering above us. And also opening fire. We got a few of the guns. Now, let's be a little bit more careful and get out of here. And not stray into the range of the Xenon defense station's turrets. And here's something I would like to also get out there to especially new players. You really need to think about how to pick your fights. You cannot basically go head first into the fray and expect everything to go just right. With a well-equipped ship, you can always be surprised by an approaching enemy from behind, and we should probably continue to coast on inertia. And observe carefully. If there's a swarm of Xenon ships about and you are thinking of engaging them, think carefully if you can really handle this, and if you also have a method of escaping the fight quickly should things turn out to be not in your favor. This will probably save you a lot of credits from acquiring new ships once yours got destroyed, or reloading a save. And a lot of frustration in the process. Yes, there we are. I can probably get away with staying just here. The number you see down there is basically our relative velocity. Relative velocity to our heading. Nice. Staying out the range and circling around the Xenon K. Okay, it's coming too close. Need to turn around. Let's boost a bit. And we can... I think we can turn around now. And this is basically it. My strategy for dealing with these dangerous... Okay... They are a little bit more closer than I thought, yes. Objects in the mirror are more dangerous than you think. Was notably the Behemoth, by the way. The Behemoth has great DPS, which is only surpassed by certain Terran destroyers and the Rattlesnake.
Explosion imminent.
Ha ha ha! Gotcha.
Danger.
Yeah, only surpassed by these destroyers, which is, I'd say, a selling point of the Behemoth, to be honest. It may not have as many L-sized turrets as the Odysseus, and it isn't as fast as the Odysseus, but it is affordable, and its main guns are nothing to be laughed at. It is a good mainstay, a backbone for any fleet, I would say. Unless you have access to a Terran shipyard and lots of credits, then I would like to recommend the Osaka. Everything the Odysseus can, the Osaka can do
Xenon
as well.
defense platform.
Now, I'll just deal with this Xenon defense platform. This is going to take a bit, so you don't have to watch the entirety of this stationary siege battle. Oh, by the way, here's a trick in dealing with these Xenon installations. They are still constructing new surface elements and modules, so try to target their build storage first. Deprive them of their saved resources that they use for construction. If they have no resources, they cannot build anything. You have to manually target these storage containers, by the way. Your weapons do not automatically target them. Alright then. Attention to all gunners aboard the Home of Light. Concentrate all firepower on the Xenon defense station in front of us, and wave to our allies from the Argon Federation,
Behemoth. Vanguard.
which have also shown up. Ooh, I'm getting hit by graviton guns. Yeah, while the captain is preoccupied, the ship is falling apart. Basically what happened to the Costa Concordia. And this is it. The smoldering wreck of the Xenon defense stations and, well, the quite literal ship graveyard around us marks the end of the immediate threat of the Xenon in this sector. Naturally, there are still some Xenon ships, fighters and corvettes coming through, maybe the odd capital ship, but it seems I have received reinforcements from the Argon Federation, which appear to be trying out their new phasic cloak, which lets them apparently phase through solid objects. Very interesting, that technology. Might have to acquire it later. Anyway, the Xenon defense station has been defeated. The immediate threat to the trade route has been neutralized. So, and now would be a perfect moment to go on to the next step of our plan, to construct a defense station here. I have, by the way, begin construction on a recycling and scrap processing station. There is enough scrap from the xenon here to warrant the construction of such a station. Naturally, these wrecks will decay before a station is completed, but with the invasion vector up here still active, and I don't plan to change anything about it, I think this will be a great place for such a scrapping station. Now, let's go to full speed. What I will do now is the following. I will acquire a small fleet of 2 Odysseus destroyers and 3 or maybe even 5 Behemoth destroyers. They will be guarding this jump gate there, and they will be guarding the construction site for our defense station. But before I can construct such a station, I have to do some purchases. I have to purchase a large weapon. Basically, I have to purchase the blueprints for the large weapon. Let me just show you this at an example here. This is just equipped with Terran scrap recyclers. Mind you, I do need to acquire scrap recyclers from the community of planets. Edit loadout. This is what I have so far. I have the best Terran L shield, the Mark III version, but I'm missing L-size turrets and I'm missing M-size turrets. So, for M, I think I'm going to purchase the flak artillery from the Argon Federation, and for L-size I'm going to purchase their plasma cannons, which should actually provide me with a reasonable defensive firepower. Well then, the dust has settled and the battle is over for now. What a sad sight behind me. Anyway, the Home of Light, straight out of the dockyard into the fray, has done very well so far, and I hope you have enjoyed this episode of X4 Foundations. I am the Heizmeister, and I will be constructing my defenses now, and I'll see you next time, when the defenses will be constructed, and we'll hopefully continue with some missions to take a break from all the combat. With that being said, take care and goodbye.